This is TLV1, broadcasting from Tel Aviv on TLV1.fm, and you're listening to TLV1 News. I'm Gilad Harpen. Now we're going to Istanbul, where a rather curious incident took place there yesterday. Two members of a Marxist revolutionary organization broke into a courthouse in the city and took a prosecutor hostage at gunpoint. The prosecutor, Mehmet Selim Kiraz, was leading an inquiry into the death of a boy during anti-government protests in 2013, and both the gunmen as well as the hostage died after the rescue attempt. To try and make sense of all this and tell us a bit more, we are now joined on the line from Istanbul by Aylin Kocaman. She's a political analyst based there. Hello, Aylin. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you very much, Gilad.
So, what was the nature of this whole thing? How central was that inquiry that Mr. Kiraz was leading in the public debate in Turkey?
Yes, as you know, as you said, during the Gezi protests in 2013, a little boy named Berkin Elvan has been shot on his head by a tear gas canister and died after 269 days in coma. After that time, Berkin Elvan's mother put all the blame on Mr. Erdogan, who was at the prime minister at that time. And after that, some of the communist Marxist groups, especially the DHKP-C, started to defend his rights, made some demonstrations, street protests. And during their street riot, a teenager has also been killed by this communist group. Mm-hmm. And during this last 1 year after Berkin died, the Berkin Elvan case has been the greatest tension between the anti-government people and Mr. Erdogan.
Right.
So,
but why would they take? Why would they take the prosecutor hostage if he's the one in charge of revealing the truth? Was there any sort of cover-up going on, or at least was anyone being accused of covering up the thing?
I don't think there was a cover-up because the case was going on. The case was open to find out the killers. The case was going on. But this is a communist group, and they started to open their own court, and they want all the police officers to be exposed to the people who were responsible about this. So they had some demands yesterday, mm-hmm. But these were the demands. The case should be going on, but they want negotiators. Some of the attorneys and the members of parliament came and negotiate, but during these negotiations, the gunshot was heard, and after that, the police operation started.
Mm-hmm. But what were they demanding exactly? I mean, other than a Marxist revolution in the country.
They wanted a Marxist revolution. They wanted from the Gezi Park protests. The Gezi Park protests started as a very peaceful protest, protect the streets. But after that, they turned out a kind of riot of the communist groups. In Turkey, some of the communist groups, they always act united. Some of the PKK, for example, and the DHKP-C. And also they acted together, and they want a communist government, a communist rule. They want the Berkin Elvan case should be taken by the communist court. Mm-hmm. They want something like that. So their demand cannot be met by this government.
Are they powerful at all within Turkish politics? Does anyone take them seriously?
Actually, after 1 year, we are in a solution process with PKK terrorist organization, and it's also a communist Marxist terrorist organization.
The Kurdish organization, yeah.
Yes, this Kurdish organization, but actually they are using the Kurdish nationality. We love our Kurdish brothers and sisters. We have a lot of Kurdish brothers and sisters in our country, but they are using the Kurdish nationality. Mm-hmm. And we are in a peace process, and the government has been giving some concessions to this terrorist organization for the solution process, especially for the last 1 year. That was why they are getting more active. The communist organizations in general getting more active. Mm. In universities and on the streets, they are making some riots and they kill people. They are actually stronger than ever right now.
So if I understand you correctly, Aylin, the fact that the government was warming to the PKK, to the Kurdish communist organization, it gave the DHKP, that organization that took the prosecutor hostage yesterday, some more appetite.
We can say that, but I cannot put all the blame to the government, but the government is following some kind of a wrong way, in my opinion, because you cannot negotiate a communist organization. You cannot do this. You cannot make a military operation to the communist organization, because what you are facing is the ideology.
Right.
It's not a terrorist only. This is an ideology. If you want to eradicate the ideology, you need to educate them, and you need to give them some proof that their ideology is wrong. But this is what the Turkish government did not do yet. They didn't give them some kind of education to eradicate communist ideology. So we are facing the PKK terror for 40 years, the DHKP-C terror for about 10 years or more. So this is a great threat for Turkey for years.
What is the mood right now in Istanbul? Are people fearing some more terrorist activity in the city? Has the government responded in any way, or was it just seen as this one-off sort of incident?
Actually, Turkey is divided into two. This is a very sad thing, but this happened. The anti-government people is acting together with the communist groups. We can say that, even though they are not communists at all. And they are pro-government people, and they are divided too. This is a great, very sad thing for Turkey right now.
Right.
This shouldn't have happened, but Turkey, we have been living the terror for 40 years, so we know those things. That happened all the time. I wish that had happened that way yesterday, but that happened that way. Again, we need to focus on the communist terror once again. The government should be on this problem more than ever and give this education, this anti-communist education more than ever. This is what the government should do. Otherwise, we will not eradicate the communist problem.
Yeah, it's kind of funny and sad at the same time that just when we thought that Turkey has other problems with other terrorists to look after, then we are. It's as if we're a throwback to the 1970s with Marxist terrorism all over again. In any event, Aylin Kocaman, political analyst in Istanbul. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank
Goodbye.
you very much.